Usually, you must have heard the mothers saying and giving instructions to their children: sit properly, behave properly, do not go there, do not talk to the strangers. Or in the schools also, the teachers give instructions to the students: finish your homework timely, complete your classwork, you must reach the school in time, you must follow the discipline. So, what category of sentences are these? What is this concept called in English grammar? This concept is called imperative sentences. So, in the first category, we will discuss instructions part. When we give instructions to someone, so that is imperative sentence. For an instance, my senior is there and he has or she has told me that you need to complete these files by today 5 p.m. at the evening. So this is the instruction that I need to follow. Now let us focus that what is the structure grammatically. If we talk about the instructions, then the grammar structure says that you need to use first form of verb in the affirmative sentences. When we speak the sentences without not, those are called affirmative sentences. And we need to start the sentence with first form of verb. Let us frame some more examples. Suppose I'm giving instructions to someone and I say, keep the keys carefully on the table. So in this sentence, I have started my sentence with keep, that is first form of verb. So this is what imperative sentences are, that there is no complicated grammatical structure. You have to simply use first form of verb. And you need not to specify to whom you are talking to, because it is quite obvious that we are talking to the person, that is the second person, that is you. So we are not repeating or we are not mentioning here you as a subject. It is quite understood that the subject is you here, who is the listener. There are many examples of instructions that you come across to hear in your daily conversation. Turn off the light, turn on the light, turn off the burner, turn on the burner, keep the things properly in its place. So first category I have well explained you, that is giving instructions to someone where we use first form of verb. Now suppose you need to give the instructions in negative form, wherein you are going to use do not and first form of verb. For an example, you are giving instructions for safety purpose to someone, for a caution purpose. So then there you say that do not talk to the strangers. So here you are giving the instruction, but the structure is different as we are giving the instructions in negative form. It is a negative sentence. So when it comes using the imperative sentences in negative, so we need to use do not and first form of verb. Now let me jump to the next category, that is giving advice or suggestions. For an example, I visit to a doctor and I'm too much foodie. I'm very much into fast food, junk food, and I have got food poisoning. And when I visit the doctor gives me the suggestion, the doctor advises me, recommends me that you should abstain from junk food. You should abstain junk food. You should not eat oily, over spicy food. So here what is the structure? Now in these kind of sentences wherein we are giving suggestions or advice to somebody, here we are using should as a helping verb. We are using the modal should. So you need to use should and first form. Now let us do a quick practice of suggestion based sentences using should and V1 as a structure. So some sentences we can make like, you should consult a good doctor. You should take suggestions of your parents before taking any decision. So having discussed the two categories, now let us move on to the next category, that is order or command. This is strict in nature. It is not soft in nature as compared to should or suggestions. When we are giving suggestion to someone, we have a polite approach. We talk politely. There is no pressure that the person has to follow it. It is completely at the will of the person whether he or she is going to do it or not. But when we talk about the third category, that is giving order or command, then it becomes obligatory, mandatory, or Here we are using a little harder approach. We are, putting a kind of a pressure. Now let us see the structure about the third category of imperative sentences when we are talking about the orders and commands. Now someone is giving you the command or the order. So we can start the sentence with V1, that is first form of verb, just the same as I told you in the instructions. But to make it more harder in approach, to make it a little strict in approach, we can use must as well. For an example, we can say that you must finish your assignment before 5 o'clock in the evening. So here I have given a deadline that before 5 p.m. anyhow you must submit your assignment. So there is a kind of a pressure, there is a kind of a obligation that the person who is being given the order has to follow it, has to complete that task. So when we are giving order or commands, we have a hard approach and it becomes mandatory for you to follow that. So order and commands, we can speak in two ways. First way, you can straight away use first form of verb, follow the instructions properly, polish your shoes, wake up in time, report there in the office. Or in the second category, to make it a little more obligatory, we can use must here. You must reach in time, you must report at 5 o'clock sharp in the office, this way. So have you seen? Imperative sentences are so easy to learn and practice that anybody can start learning English using the simple category. You can take baby steps. I would suggest whenever you see our videos, so what you must do is you must sit with a notebook, a pen and a highlighter if possible. If not, then it's okay. Whenever the video is going on, you can pause, you can give it a pause in between, and you can pen down some of the important things that can trigger you, that can give you a nice kick, to get started. Because while watching the video, if you take some important notes, if you pen down some keywords, so surely these words and this technique of taking the notes, repeating, pausing, can help you out certainly in a good manner. And later, you can practice that and post me in the comment box that how you are liking learning English this way. One thing I would suggest everyone out there is that be consistent with your practice. Just don't simply see the video for the namesake. When you are looking these videos are truly made for a good cause, for a purpose, that I want to add value to your life. I want to share the knowledge that I have with all of you. So it's a good practice. Every time you watch a video and post watching, you must note down kind of task. You must start practicing the sentences. You must start writing the sentences and then speaking. And you can also make your videos to just see that how well you have articulated, how well you have spoken those sentences. And believe me, once you start doing this, you will see that these kind of concepts will be automatically it will start flowing into your mind, it will be stored in your mind, and you will be able to speak them effortlessly. Butterflow speaking you will be able to do, and gradually one after the another you will start learning these concepts, and speaking English will be very nice experience for you. So promise me, all of you, that you are going to give 10, 15 or 20 minutes in a day to yourself. Make a commitment to yourself that I have to learn. I have to take out that separate chunk of time for my efforts so that I can learn something good. And if I have thought into my mind that I want to learn English, I want to speak English, so I have to do those efforts. I have to be consistent. So do that. And whatever topics you want me to share the videos with you, you can share me in the comment box, and every time I am there to welcome your suggestions. So I hope you must have liked this video. You must have learned a lot of things effortlessly, quite in an easy way. So keep learning, keep sharing, and take care.